play action. We're going into our third pool play match of the day. You saw Seoul this morning, then you saw Cloud10. Cloud10 losing to Warriors, Seoul winning their game, I believe, against Carbon. So props to that team coming out of the amateur bracket, doing big things. Up next, though, you saw it there for a second. We had Dynasty. They're wearing purple. Surprise of the night last night. They were up 2-0 at one point. Now they're in a three-way tie here in Pool C, and they're going up against Swagger Like Us, who, according to the forums, at least the majority of the forums, I think this is the amateur fan favorite at this point, Scott.
I got to agree with him, because when you look at this team, you have Dursky and Arcanum, two players who have been around for a long time, and then Thrust made a splash last season. And Royal 2, I haven't heard much about him, but I'm interested to see how he plays.
I know the pros hate him online because his connection is so good, and he wins so many DMR battles, and the kid has amazing hair. I can't wait to go to his little lipstick cam. But here we go. We're getting it started. Swagger Like Us versus Dynasty. It's going to be awesome. Switch to the top scoreboard graphic when you get a chance. Dynasty on the left, Swagger Like Us on the right.
Capture the flag.
And, Scott, we're going to be starting this one off with the player that everyone has been talking about this weekend. It's Snipedown. Ghostayame was saying how good Snipedown is already in Halo Reach. He said he's so naturally talented. Great start for him as he's going to pick up the sniper rifle.
And he still plays Boxer, ladies and gentlemen, so he is going to be able to pick up the jetpack. Clutch was talking about it earlier. He's going to be able to pick up that jetpack and use it effectively. So look for an incredible route for him to have the sniper. And it seems like he has good position already in this map with the sniper, picking up a kill. He's going to be putting a shot in on Dursky, picks up the headshot, or actually just gets the kill, hits Thrust in the body with a huge double kill. Snipedown is already impressing me. Chris, this is the first time we get to see him on the main stage, and he's making moves.
I love it, dude. Lighting things up. Ghostayame, your objective man, is there. Now, this is something I watched. Watch for Snipedown to get the jetpack, and I watched Ghostayame and Snipedown. They're probably angry at me for saying this over the air right now, but I watched them practice a little special jetpack flag run. So watch out for that on Countdown CTF. It's amazing when it's pulled off correctly. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check out YouTube. Yeah, I'm giving away secrets of the pros, but hey, someone already put together a YouTube video about it. But right now you have the score 0-0, and after a failed flag run here from Dynasty, we got the flag running in the hands. I believe it's in Royal 2, and Royal is going to put that one in.
And right there, Dynasty was just, they got unfortunate spawns. They spawned in their basement, and they had no clear way of stopping the flag. Great hunt there by this squad, and they're the first on the board already. But right now we have the flag in the hands of Dynasty, but they have one member down, so I don't know if they're going to be able to finish this flag run.
Yeah, Ghost is holding on to that flag right now for Dynasty. Royal 2 running a second flag here for Swagger Like Us. They're already one up in this series. Ghost is taking down, the flag was returned, and now Royal 2 is running that flag into the base. Snipedown's going to grab the sniper. He was not in position to stop that flag. They're going to give up, and already Swagger Like Us has a 2-0 lead after 2 minutes.
And Arcanum's doing a good job. He's always running through the evade or up top and dropping down into the jetpack, and by doing so, he's just coming behind this Dynasty squad. Swagger Like Us coming out with some fire, but Dynasty's running the flag. It looks like Ghostayame going to be able to get this one in with pretty much ease as Snipedown tries to set up some snipes.
Yeah, that was greedy right there. He went for the no-scope, saw two players, wasn't able to hit his first shot. I think Snipedown, right now he's playing a little bit careless or a little bit too confident. I think once he gets his stuff together, we're going to see some flashy plays out of him. But here, if you check out the scoreboard, you'll see Dynasty now on the board. It's 2-1. It looks like Swagger Like Us losing top control. They're fighting for it up top. Snipedown's going to shut down that one real quick as he beats down Thrust. And now we have the flag moving in the hands of Tsquared. And Scott, let's talk a bit about Tsquared if we can get to our player 3 eventually. Tsquared was the player to watch from Dynasty. He got a kill tack in their warm-ups over on the pro station, and then he got an overkill in their matchup, I believe, against Invictus. So he was telling me, he was texting me, dude, watch my screen when I get to the main stage. I promise we will get to you, Tsquared, and actually, he's on our screen right now.
Tsquared's been one of those players who never gets enough credit. Even at the start of Halo 3, I played against this guy at Dallas. the same exact event, and he shut me down 100%. If it wasn't for Best Man 95, we would have lost that series because he is a great player. He has the ability to just take the game over.
And right now, both flags are out. You have Dynasty holding the flag back at their base in the triangle jetpack area. On the other side, Thrust was holding on that flag. He's going to be taken down. Dursky trying to keep the flag alive as he picks up a double kill. Flag still down. He's going to get it. So still going to be a stalemate. Royal 2 trying to get a huge return here for Swagger Like Us. You see him taking out Tsquared, but he's not going for the return yet. There he is. And it looks like Ryan, that's destined. He's going to lose another battle. Perfect grenade from Royal 2. He's going to get the return, and that's another flag cap. 3-1. Great job by Royal 2, the unknown player on our main stage, getting that huge play.
I love pool play for this reason. These amateur teams, not only have they come to play, but they're putting up a fight versus this team. In fact, they're beating Dynasty right now. Even though Snipedown's getting ready to cap this, or getting ready to tap this flag, and now it's 3-2, they still have been controlling the game for the majority of the game.
And we have to welcome back into the booth. Shockwave is now joining us. Shockwave was out on the floor talking to some of our pro players before the match. Shock, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Chris. I can't wait to watch some good Halo.
We have an awesome matchup so far. Swagger Like Us coming out of the amateur bracket. They took down Active Rush in the final round of the AM bracket to make it to this point and join the pool. So props to them. They've had a hard road so far, a rough Friday night, but they've gone undefeated. Now they're looking strong, up 3-2 over Dynasty. And Dynasty is tied for first place right now in their pool. There you see Dynasty on the left. That was a shot of Swagger Like Us on the right. Expect to see these guys in some nice pro jerseys next event. I definitely expect to see them going pro after Dallas. Right now you are checking out, it looks like we got Ghostayame on our screen for the first time. And Ghost using that jetpack, knowing the grenades are coming in, and check how little damage he took from that heads-up play from one of the smartest players in Halo Reach.
But, you know, even though he's taken down, it's kind of questionable the fact that he was all the way at his base. Right now, right at that moment, Swagger Like Us, or Swagger Like, yeah, it's Swagger Like Us. Swagger Like Us had no control over the top. So Ghostayame needs to push right there. You have the jetpack. Go out your garage door and air up to your radio. It's a guaranteed safe passage, and you normally get top control.
I have to give props once again. This is Tsquared on your screen. He did a great job fighting for those rockets outside. He cleared up the Swagger Like Us player, and now Destin is going to control those rockets, and Ghostayame is going to run the objective. Here's the flag from Dynasty. The score now 4-3. Swagger Like Us, though, just one flag away. He's got this blue team is putting these flags in quick. I'm missing a couple of them.
Yeah, you did, Chris, but the thing is you were giving Tsquared props because he was doing such a good job, but they just can't stop this flag right now. Ghostayame using this jetpack once again to dodge nades. This is the first time we've really seen it get put to use like that.
And we have a fourth flag here for Dynasty moving in. It looks like Tsquared was moving a flag. He is going to return his own flag. I think Snipedown now is going to run this flag in, and there we go. So props to Tsquared for getting the return. Snipedown is going to get the plant. He had the jetpack, and now he's lifting up, getting the call out from Destin. They're all up top. I think we need to see Dynasty control the top here. That's what SLU has been doing when they do get their flag cap, Scott. They take top control first, and then they run it through the middle.
Yeah, and that's going to be the best way to get these caps in this. We've seen it all tournament long. Running it by Evade or in Sniper during the team slay is where you want to run it. Garage doesn't seem to work as good, and Dynasty right now running all of their flags by Evade.
Rockets in the hands of Arcanum. This is going to be huge for SLU. All 4 members alive. The flag up in the blue vent. It looks like Dursky doing a nice job playing defense here. It's Royal 2 playing offense, running that flag down low. He's going to get it to his vent. Can he drop it down from the radio? That is the question. He does stay alive with red help, getting the flags back to his base. Both flags out. So Dynasty, you have Snipedown, the only player in position to stop it right now, keeping that flag alive. The recover is there, and it looks like both flags are going to be at home for the moment. And now Tsquared and Dynasty back on the offensive.
Great job right there by Tsquared to pull that flag, but Snipedown did a great job returning that flag, came on a huge flank. Swagger Like Us didn't expect it.
Arcanum gets in the base, gets the flag out. This is what we saw with BTHTD last night. Keeping the flags out of the base can lead to huge flag caps and counter opportunities. Here's Arcanum now running the flag bottom middle. Where's the Dynasty flag at, Chris?
Right now the Dynasty flag is running bottom middle. The Dynasty flag is being run bottom middle. There's a great play right there, by the way. It's what is the this team by
right,
Arcanum?
oh my, no scope here. We got some huge plays from Tsquared, clearing the way with a nice headshot and pulling that flag. And it looks like we now have Ghostayame and friends running this in. Ghost is going to put it in, and Dynasty pulls it out. A very tough fought first game there, 5-4 in favor of Dynasty.
Have to say, I guarantee Dynasty did not expect an amateur team to come in and look so strong. In fact, if it wasn't for Tsquared right there at that end, hitting that huge no-scope and to stop that flag, they could have lost that game very easily.
Rough game for Ghostayame. You could tell he's definitely focused on support and objective there. Only 8 kills with 7 assists. But check out Destin. We didn't go to his screen once that game, but the kid dropped 20 kills. We will definitely be keeping an eye out for him on the other side. Arcanum, I saw him doing huge plays with the flag, keeping it alive, tossing it to Royal 2. But I think Arcanum and Destin are the 2 players I'm definitely going to want to focus on in our next Team Slayer game.
Yeah, and Arcanum has been not necessarily a top player. Most people don't know who this guy is. But I've seen him all the way from the beginning of Reach. He's incredibly skilled, awesome shot. He's been doing great things so far, especially in that game 1.
All right, I'm writing down my notes here. Arcanum had a great game. Here we go. 17 kills for Arcanum, 20 kills out of Destin. Once again, you are watching Pool C. This is Dynasty versus the amateur team, Swagger Like Us. Swagger Like Us looking to pull off some huge upsets in this pool. Remember, there was a 3-way tie coming into it. Second Nature was 0-3 after last night, and then Status Quo, Dynasty, and Invictus were all tied up at 2-1. And remember, not only first in the tiebreaker, it goes head-to-head record, best record, head-to-head series, and then best games overall. So Dynasty, they are looking to not drop a single game because Invictus is leading the pool by 1 less loss so far. So Dynasty looking for a 3-0 sweep. Here we go. We're going into game number 2. It's going to be Team Slayer. Chris, who from Dynasty are you going to be looking out for?
Well, I'm going to be looking out for Tsquared. We saw him start to heat up near the end of that game. Scott talked about that no-scope with the sniper. This kid is on fire this tournament. And from everyone I talked to, he was dominating yesterday, the reason Dynasty even got this far so far in the pool.
All right, so here we go. We're kicking the game off. I believe this is, we got Destin on our screen. There we go. We will get that HUDs up for you once our graphics are working once again. There you got the first strike from Destin. He's going to be taken down bottom middle. Now here in Team Slayer, of course, you got the camo top middle and the launcher bottom middle, guys. Right now you're watching Destin. As we get the HUDs up, we wanted to shock you with some awesome music. And Dynasty, really just a run-and-gun team on this map. When I was watching them earlier, it really looks like you're going to rely on some more individual skill, but I'd love to see if they eventually get a top-middle setup. We saw some extreme success on Element Team Slayer if you guys get a guy positioned top mid.
Well, it's not the worst idea, especially for this Dynasty skill. They're a Dynasty team, which has a great amount of individual skill. At the same time, if you can get the camo in the hands of Snipedown and just set up around him and kind of unleash him on the other team, this is kind of like Snipedown's Amplified from Halo 3, which we saw him absolutely destroy teams on.
I remember some of those games, Snipedown killing frenzies, running rides, just going nuts. I expect similar results here eventually in Halo Reach. Chris, you got a big old smile on your face. Talk to me.
I remember him doing that to me in some of those games. He used to be incredible on Amplified, and like you were saying, this is almost exactly like that. This is a game type or a map that's really going to benefit teams that are more individually skilled, have better shots. This arena-style map.
There you go. Snipedown picking up a kill, dropping down, calling out top middle. Tsquared, that's Joe there, calling out the weakened Arcanum. Great execution by Snipedown. Pokes out, helps Ghostayame finish off thrust. Now you see the teamwork from Dynasty as Destin and Ghost putting on the pressure on this SLU squad. SLU got out to a huge start. They were up by about 4 kills. Now it's a 1-kill game, 16-16 as they tie it up. And Snipedown, guys, he's having an incredible life here.
And that was all sparked because Snipedown, it's just the Dynasty strategies. Get Snipedown and Ghostayame in top middle to set up for that camo, and then, just like I said, unleash Snipedown on the other team. He needs to pick up this health pack. Great job right there. The health pack's almost like a power-up in this map because there's so many nades all located all over the map, and your health's always going to be dropped. Picking up a double kill, he's doing a great job getting behind this other team. He's got 2 nades, and he should still be able to run, maybe even get a killing frenzy on this.
21-19, Snipedown on one hell of a run right now. He's trying to dip out with this camo, sprinting back to some cover fire. And check out the angle Snipedown is taking. He's just listening to these call-outs from Ghostayame perfectly. And guys, as we're watching this Dynasty squad, I would love to go to an Astro listen in when we can. But right now, let's continue to commentate Snipedown as he is running around the map. We got to talk about this kid, guys. He is just absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, and this is just killing the map like we were talking about, almost like amplified. But right now, I love how he's just listening to his teammates call out and running around the map trying to pick up these one-shots.
As Thrust finally takes down Snipedown, we are going to crank up the Astros and listen in with Dynasty. They're up 1-0 in the series.
Ring one and ring two. Ring one shot over at red. Ring two. Ring two. She's on my exit red. Ring two. I need help. I got her king. I'm actually one. Top middle. Camel's happy. Run away with that. Ring one. Right there. Ring one. Our camel's ring one. Ring two, Dirty. Talking. We have camel. Ring two, Nick Dirty. One shot. I got him. Still nice. No challenging. No challenging. Watch red spot. I'm not throwing ring one. Watch out, throw ring one. Red. Keep talking. No challenging, guys. No fucking challenging. Two on me. I'm in. Toss is weak. Come in, you're open. Toss is on ring one. Ring one. Watch out on red. Roll two. And my above you. Above you. Close to right. I know. Above you. Also. Another one. Ring one. Ring one. Two shots on Arcanum. Keep talking. No challenging. No challenging. Right, 2 weak. Yo. What's Arcanum? Yeah, we're at. Don't overextend. Let's all need red. I'm on ring one. Oh, red. I'm pushing red one. Right there. Arcanum has shots. Ring two. Ring two's weak. One shot. Roll two. Ring one. And that red. Find him. Nice shit, dude. Nice shit.
Nice job, Joe. Give me some, bro.
You're fucking dominant.
I was raping that game so hard, too.
I just stayed alive that whole fucking...
Did it, dropping 17 and 8 plus 9 that game. Snipedown right behind him with +6, dropping 16 kills. Your luck has turned around today.
Yeah, I'm definitely predicting a little bit better today. But, you got to think this map is going to benefit a team like Dynasty. They've got Snipedown, they've got Tsquared, both players who love to just run around a map, control it by dominating with their shots, and there you can see their stats kind of reflect that.
Royal 2 continuing to go positive. The new face on the pro circuit doing some damage here, but it wasn't enough. Dynasty now up 2-0 in the series. And coming up next, guys, we are going to have... I believe it's going to be a neutral bomb. This is going to be awesome here. Dynasty versus Swagger like us. And it is going to be neutral bomb on Sanctuary. Thoughts?
Right there, I have to give the edge already to this Dynasty squad simply because they have two incredible snipers in Snipedown and Tsquared. And if Snipedown can